Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard. Tonight I have with me my part-time co-host, Mr. Curtis Harmon.
Hello.
Yes.
Back again, different Star Wars shirt this time.
Soon to be the Silver Fox.
No shit. Have you ever seen The Great Outdoors with John?
Dan Aykroyd and John Candy.
Yeah, John Candy.
Yeah.
There's a guy that he's got white streaks in his hair because he got struck by lightning 66 times. I think about that all the time when I see this shit.
It's hilarious. Tonight we're going to go ahead and review Colonel E.H. Taylor Single Barrel Bottled in Bond.
Excited. Never had it.
So Colonel E.H. Taylor is actually the man who first started Bottled in Bond.
No shit.
Because of back in that day, it was like the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Back in those days, people were getting, so to speak, railroaded when they were buying their whiskeys. Because they would take them the good stuff. Like, hey, this is what we got for you. But when they would go back and get the barrel, they would mix it with something else, water it down. So Colonel E.H. Taylor come up, and he worked closely with the government, and they came up with the Bottled in Bond Act.
Right on.
Which Bottled in Bond is, it's got to be high notes. It's got to be at least 4 years old, bottled in 100 proof, stored in a federally bonded warehouse, has to be from one distillery, one distilling season, and the one single master distiller. So it has to have all of those before it can be called Bottled in Bond.
Gotcha. So do they cap it at 100 proof, or does it have to be at least 100 proof?
No more, no less.
No shit.
100 proof on the dot.
All right.
So there's not much left in this one, so we're probably going to end up finishing it.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and nose this one. I'm going to go ahead and read off from the website. E.H. Taylor Jr. Single Barrel. Colonel Edmund Haynes Taylor Jr. is widely considered one of the founding fathers of the bourbon industry, fighting for the Bottled in Bond Act of 1897. Nearly 3 decades after he purchased what is now called Buffalo Trace Distillery. During his time, Taylor implemented several innovative methods still used today, including climate-controlled aging warehouses. It's pretty cool. That's 100 freaking years ago.
I was going to say, man, good luck with that.
Including climate-controlled warehouses, E.H. Taylor Jr. Single Barrel is aged exclusively in Warehouse C, which was built by Taylor in 1881. Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Proven to be an excellent aging warehouse. Each barrel is hand-picked and bottled in bond at 100 proof to honor its namesake.
One of these times, maybe not on this particular thing, we're going to have to get into what exactly the warehouse, how different warehousing creates different flavor.
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I mean? Get into the minutia of all that.
I'd like to look into that. And
what is it made out of? Is it its elevation? I mean, there's got to be all these kind of weird things that happen to it. It smells really good, Kelly.
It smells delicious.
Sweet. It smells sweet. It doesn't smell hot though.
No, I get a touch of leather. So this is mash bill number 1.
Okay.
Which is the low rye mash bill, 10% or less. So they don't give you the exact percentages, but it is the low rye mash bill.
Tastes way hotter than it smells. There's quite a bit of spice on that palate. For me.
Yeah. And that's funny because it's got a lot more spice than, what was it? The Elmer T. Lee and Blanton's. That's actually the higher rye mash bill. And this has got a lot more spice on the palate.
That's pretty damn smooth for 100 proof whiskey.
Somebody's here.
Hold
on. I'm going to have to see if I can. All right, and we're back.
Yeah.
We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
When you work at home, people show up at your home sometimes.
Yeah, people show up at your house. So this is the number 1 mash bill, which is the low rye percentage, but you're right, it is a lot hotter on the palate. And I'm not sure why, because the small batch, I can't reach it, the small batch over there is actually same juice, but it's blended with the other batch. Like take this barrel here, whatever, we blend them. It was a lot more palatable, I guess. nowhere near as spicy.
I mean, I ain't mad at it.
No.
I think I think these spicier and hot ones are growing on me.
Are they?
I think so. You know, there for a while, I couldn't handle them if they were too hot. It overpowered everything. But they're starting to grow on me a little bit.
See, I get I'm
liking the burn.
Yeah, it's got a creamy mouthfeel on the front.
It does.
But then, obviously, after one or two pulls, kind of. Damn dog. Should have just brought her in here. It calms down a little bit. The spice isn't near as heavy, but I like it.
There's a lot of oak.
I found another one today. I usually pick one up whenever I see it on the shelf. Yeah. You never know when you're gonna find another one.
Right.
So.
A lot of oak there.
Yeah, very oak heavy. I'd like to know the year because I know this is at least 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's got legs, but they don't hang around for a long time.
Once it gets past 4 years, they don't have to put the age statement on the bottle.
Right.
If it's aged less than 4 years, they have to state it somewhere on the bottle. Like some of these will say aged at least 36 months.
Seems like they do that. We talked about it on the podcast.
If
it's between like 4 and 10 years, they don't really put it on there. You hit that 10-year mark and like, bitch, it's been in a bottle or in a barrel for 10 years.
10-year-old whiskey, of course. That's marketing right there.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't know. There's some. There's a touch of leather in there. Tobacco.
I was gonna say I got leather on the nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and read some tasting notes off from the website. These all come from the BuffaloTraceDistillery.com. Y'all can look it up yourself. I'm not gonna post a link to it because I think there's rules and regulations regarding that.
Right.
The aroma carries lightly toasted oak with dried figs and butterscotch.
I don't get the figs and butterscotch. Yeah. I like figs. I ain't picking that up.
I've never had just a fig.
Really?
I've never just had figs.
You just had fig Newtons?
I've had fig Newtons.
Right. Yeah. No, straight up figs are way better than fig Newtons.
What's the main ingredients in fig Newtons? I think it's cinnamon.
That's right.
What's the main ingredient?
Yeah.
Anyway, one sip brings flavors of sweetness balanced with tobacco and dark spices. The finish is just long enough to prepare the palate for another sip. The bottle itself has a likeness to Colonel Taylor's original design used over a century ago.
I agree with that line way more. The
finish is just long enough to...
Yeah, but even the one right before that, one sip brings flavor of sweetness balanced with tobacco and dark spices. I get that. I smell sweet, but I don't taste sweet. I get the tobacco and the dark spices is really what's on my.
I get a faint hint of sweetness. Shit, I don't have any water. I was gonna say we can put a dollop of water off in it, but I keep forgetting my eyedropper.
Wow.
I need to get like a little bottle with an eyedropper and put some distilled water in it. Just bleep, bleep.
There you go.
Oh well. I mean, I like it. I think it would probably
good, man.
I think it'd go well over like a small piece of ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tone it down just takes a little bit of that heat off.
Just to cut a little of that spice off. But,
yep. Because the spice it's all right there.
Oh yeah, it's still there.
It just hangs around, hangs around. But that line ain't wrong. About the time it starts to wane off, you want a little bit, you want it back.
I mean, the small batch did not have any of that spice, which is funny to me. But
that's good. Surprise blowing that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe about 65 retail.
Really?
Yeah. Just because it's single barrel.
I mean, that's middle of the road. There ain't nothing wrong with $65 for what that is.
No.
You know?
I mean, it's relatively the same price as a bottle of Blanton's.
Right.
But more or less, might be more readily available than Blanton's. Hey, bottle kill. But I enjoy it.
Yeah, man, it's good. I can, like you said, I think I'd like to have it over a piece of ice one of these days, but just to kind of see how it does.
Yeah, it does well.
It does well.
It's hardy enough to stand up to some ice.
Yeah.
Whereas some whiskeys, they don't have the backbone.
The testicular fortitude.
Yeah, the structural integrity.
No, man, that's good. You still rate them, right? You still give them a 1 to 10?
Yeah, I'm kind of just on this one because I know it is a single barrel and barrels change.
Yeah.
So the next bottle, I just picked up one of these today as well. the next bottle I open could be a little different.
Mhm.
So
Well, I'm going to rate this bottle.
go ahead and rate this bottle.
Y'all can't drink this bottle,
'Cause
obviously. But I mean, I don't think they're going to be.
They're not going to be. They're
They're not
going
going to be worlds apart.
to. No, it's going to be.
There's going to be subtle differences, but not worlds apart. In my opinion, for price point, the flavor, the drinkability of it, that's my thing. Is I could see myself sitting and just drinking on this for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I've had other things that have knocked my socks off. Of course, you know I'm a Scotch guy.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to go about 7.5 because it's 7 or 7.5, honestly, just for this one specifically. And I actually rated the small batch a little higher.
did you?
It's just something about it. Maybe it's just too much spice. For me.
That's what keeps me from bumping it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just so damn spicy, and that could be this bottle.
It could be. And
Maybe we can revisit down the road your other bottle when you get closer to
and
it.
it's been sitting in this bottle about yay much
Yeah.
for a while.
Hot minute.
So it could have very well changed. It could have oxidized a little bit. So
I'd like to try that other bottle when you crack it open soon.
whenever
Whenever you get ready.
Okay. Podcast.
Ah, it's coming up.
Well, eventually,
Right.
a few weeks from now.
Right.
But yeah, we will eventually, and I'll have to crack it open with a Gino to do our blind tasting eventually. So.
Right. I want to taste it. Speaking of podcast, running the exact same Buffalo Trace run of whiskeys on the podcast at the beginning of every one of the episodes. We do a whiskey review, and we're doing the exact same ones he's doing on the YouTube channel. So if you enjoy what he's doing here, you can get even more from Kelly on the podcast, Bearded Idiots podcast. Plus, you'll get my opinion and our third chair, second chair, whichever name I decide to call, second or third. Aaron Bailey is always with us.
He can be third chair today.
He can be third chair today.
Yeah.
Right on.
Seeing that he prefers hunting over drinking, drinking with friends.
Right.
He's doing that anyway.
He is.
Cocksucker.
Fucking out there with firearms, just drinking.
Just drinking.
Well, it may have to be maybe an opening for a third chair before too long. So if you want to be a part of the podcast, send us a fucking email or something.
If he can't take some time out of his schedule to be on the podcast.
Well, I'm worried about him shooting his damn self. He drinks a Yeti full of something every time he's out there and he's playing around with guns.
Yeah, our friends.
Lives on the edge, man. That one. But no, seriously, we do a risk review at the front of every. You would think I could speak, but it's how I do that.
Words are hard.
They are difficult. At the front of every podcast. So if you like this run that he's doing on his YouTube channel, come visit us over there. Get some different opinions. It's a little bit different format. We have a good time with it.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
Have a good time with it. And then of course you get to listen to another 45 minutes of just
stupid
idiocy. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
We're not going to tell you about it on here because this is family content.
Yeah, and I'm just over here cussing like crazy. Sorry about that. You have to learn how to edit.
It's all right. My videos are not monetized. Right
well,
now,
there you go. That's good.
So speaking of that, I'm hoping you guys can help out with the Patreon. Since I'm not going to monetize my videos right now, please support.
It means the world. You've got low tiers too, right?
Yeah. $1. Half you
$1 make him holler, y'all.
Yeah, half you folks out there give me $1. We'll have some great content.
No doubt.
Yeah. So I think that's all I got.
Cool.
I think we'll go with a 7.
Thanks for sharing.
I think we'll go with a 7 on this one. Just this specific bottle.
6.5, 7. That's
I think I'm gonna,
above the middle road.
Might have to do another video here in a few weeks on the other bottle and come back and re-review it. So we'll do that.
Well, that's getting real easy to drink.
Yeah. Still a lot of burn in the bag.
Yeah, but it's getting easier.
It's not like it's alcohol burn. It's more.
It's the spice. It's heavy. If you like a spicy bourbon, give this bottle a shot. It's worth every bit of $65-$70, in my opinion.
So it's like when you're just kind of chewing it around, it's super creamy. But as soon as you go to swallow it, it's all spice.
Yeah, all spice.
Yeah, weird.
Yep. I get the tobacco on the exhale, but that's the only place I pick it up.
Yeah.
But everything else is spice.
Hot. It's hot. So, well, I think that's it.
Right.
That's our opinions, and thanks for watching, folks. Like always, check out Bearded Idiots podcast. Check out Curtis Harmon on the Instagram at @TheCurtisH. I'll post links to everybody's page, and I usually post them in the description anyway. So, like always, drink some whiskey, share it with your friends and family. Have a wonderful day.
Later.
Peace.